Hey,
Hello. I feel like I've been away for so long.
Kelly's back.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
think you
glad.
need to tell your story of the last 3 days of your vacation, though.
Well, so for those of you who don't know, I went to Colorado for the week. So we flew into Denver, and then we stayed in a cabin kind of near Estes Park, which is by Rocky Mountain National Park, in a little town called Allen Spark. And the cabin was very beautiful. It was a beautiful cabin, beautiful location, very high elevation, 9,000 feet, just tough. Like the elevation is it's pretty hard on me. And it's pretty hard on a lot of people.
I'm having trouble breathing just thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, the air, like Jake says, it's not full fat air. Like you get back down here to Indiana and you're like, full fat air. So then the air is noticeably thinner. But toward the end of my vacation, I got food poisoning. Just I had a gyro. So we went hiking one day, a long day in the mountains. I mean, it was a beautiful day to hike. I felt pretty good, just a little, worn out. Then we went out for. He got a burger, I got a gyro, and not good.
Should have got the burger.
Should have got the burger. I'm never gonna have a gyro ever again. So yeah,
Or you were talking about how awesome his immune system is. He probably did
he
get the
would have been
same
fine.
bacteria as you, but he was
He would
fine.
have been fine. I'm a weaker individual than him. He's a machine. So yeah, so I was sick. Um and that kind of put a damper on the end of the vacation. And then to go home, so our first flight out of Denver was supposed to be at 10 in the morning, and it got delayed, 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 and we missed our flight in Dallas, and
It
that
got
flight
delayed from Denver. Well, it got delayed from Denver for 12 hours, right?
3 hour well, it got delayed 3 hours, so that was the first delay.
Oh, okay.
And so then we missed our connecting flight, and then the flight in Denver got delayed 2 hours. They changed gates 11 times, which is crazy. But we got to Indianapolis, which is where we flew out of. That's 2.5 hours from my house. And it was 2.5 hours from my house. And it was like, I think by the time we got out of the airport, it was like 3:30 in the morning. We lost our bags, of course. Yeah. Get experience. I mean, we were there so long. So we got a hotel room in Indianapolis because it was too late for us to drive safely. So tired. Just crashed out, fell asleep, and tried to get our luggage the next day. They didn't have it. So when we finally got home, I'd take an extra day off work. So did Jake. We ended up getting home. It was about 5 p.m. on Monday. So about 24 hours probably later than we thought we were supposed to. Because we should have been home the day before at about that time.
Ugh.
Yeah. So tough times. Tough to fly right now. A lot of cancellations. A lot of, and it's so goddamn expensive to fly right now. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and just on the way there, they canceled our rental car reservation. I don't know why. They just canceled it.
No explanation. They just
No
said, "Fuck
explanation.
you, it's canceled."
Yeah, and they had no other cars. So Jake had to
Oh,
like scrounge and find a car from another place. It was $2,000 for the week.
oh,
Yeah. $2,000 to rent a car for 1 week. We're not talking like a Lexus. Like we're talking an ordinary car.
what?
So
That's unfathomably expensive, though. Like when I was looking at them last year, and I was looking at $500 for the week, I was like, "That's too much."
yeah, I mean it used to be like 30, $40 a day to rent a
Yeah.
car.
Uh huh.
A basic car. We're not talking a Lexus. So yeah, it was so expensive. So expensive. And hotels by the airport in Denver were $250 a night for like a crappy Marriott. Like, it just, everything is expensive now. I don't think that surprises anyone. It just is. So yeah, if you need to travel, just be aware. Like, rental cars, man.
Gonna cost you. Here's some insider information from Bex. There are a very large shortage of air traffic controllers at some of the major centers to control planes between towers.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now, our first delay was because of a mechanical failure on the plane. The cooling in the cabin had malfunctioned, and they had to fix it. So, I mean, that happens. But there are a lot of delays right now for lots of reasons. I mean, certainly there's shortages of pilots, there's shortages of flight attendants. Apparently, there's shortage of air traffic controllers
and pilots. Yeah. Did you fly what airline did you fly?
So we flew out on Frontier, which had no delays, and we got there fine. I mean, Frontier is kind of a shitty airline, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say in Frontier, one of those no frills like Spirit.
Oh my god, there's no padding on the seats. It's like sitting on a metal seat. Like your butt totally falls asleep.
Hey, padding costs money.
Padding costs money because you can fit more chairs in that airplane.
They would have charged you $50 for a little seat cushion.
They charge you for any bag, like not just a checked bag or a carry-on. They charge you $60 for any bag beyond a purse. So like it was $120 just for us to have our 2 small suitcases. So, but we flew back on American, and that's where all the delays were. So that's just how it is right now. I'm home now.
Yeah.
And I was still pretty ill last week, I think, because I went to yoga on Wednesday night, like a full week after being sick. And I thought I was going to die. I have not felt like that in a yoga class in years. I mean, I've done yoga a long time. Like, I shouldn't have been struggling that much.
You shouldn't have gone to hot yoga.
Well, yoga is always hot for me. That's normal for me. I mean, I've been doing it for years.
You know, like, I'm not quite as old as you, but I wouldn't do it after having food poisoning and the travel delays.
It's been a full week. I thought it was better.
Like, I'm learning my age now as I like drink some scotch that would have been nothing for me in college, and now I like lose a day because I was so damn hungover Sunday morning.
Yeah. So anyways, much better now. And difficult time. So Bex filled in for me. Thank you, Bex.
We talked about her 60 breeder, which she got a lot of inspiration at that store that y'all got to go to and meet each other.
Cool. It was so great to meet her. Yeah. However awesome you think she is, however smart and pretty and funny and cool, she is that and more. And so is Kyle. He's super pretty in person.
Well, I heard the same thing about y'all from Bex, and I'm just going to pretend that I'm not like raging jealous.
We had a good time. It was really great meeting them. That's a nice store. If you live in the Colorado area, it's a great place to shop. But it's also great to buy from them online. The owner is Tommy Ferragamo. I've shopped with him before. His customer service is excellent. If you text or email him, he will get back to you, I swear, within minutes.
Nice. Eric, plants.
Oh, Eric Wyrock, you nice man.
Thank you, Eric. Speaking of plants, I did publish a video on setting up this plant farm behind me.
That was a great video. And look how big my swords are.
Yeah, wow. This video is more up to date. That's what your swords look like.
Yeah, they look really good. So those are the swords that I bought tissue cultures of for Steven because I don't have room to grow out whole tissue cultures. But he did it for me. So they look really good.
Yep. And now I need to get them. They're taking up a lot. I actually moved them. I put them in my 10-gallon, which is also the same substrate arrangement, basically, except instead of fluorite, I got a little bit of Eco Complete in there. And it's CO2 injected and everything, but like things were just getting really cramped in the plant farm. It's still pretty cramped.
I still have not trimmed this thing because I thought I'd hold off a while because I have someone I want to give some plants to. Well,
Oh, who might that be?
She knows. She knows.
Somebody who's like planning a new tank or something.
Somebody who's planning a new tank. So I thought I'd hold off because I think she's probably going to want some crypts and some of my slower growing things. So
yeah, I'm letting that bulbitis that you sent me a while, like last year. I'm just letting it take over the tank right now because I'm gonna harvest it and send it to her.
Oh, that's good because I don't know. Mine is not. Oh no, I do have a ton of it. I just can't see it because it's behind my water lily. So
well, she won't reject any plants that he.
Yeah, and I've got some bigger chunks of Anubias and some other things, and so I have not trimmed, but I did change all the water so that the fish are happy. So
well, I was supposed to do that.
Yeah.
This weekend, but I haven't. Like maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow.
But I have a whole new scape I need to set up. I haven't decided what I want to plant in it. I started looking on Boost Plant, and some of the things I kind of wanted were out of stock. So I
hate that.
I have to really think about what I want to put in there. But I did get rocks for it. I'm pretty happy with the rocks I picked out. I don't think I'm going to put any wood in it. I really just don't like using wood that often. It just degrades, and that makes me mad.
It's very slow, though. I mean, I don't. You were talking about some spider wood you had that just rotted. Like,
yeah,
that's
the spider
never
wood
happened.
I have, I'm not
me.
happy with. So, but I think this time I'm just gonna do rocks. I don't know. I might change my mind. I didn't see any wood there that really caught my eye.
The piece of wood that Bex picked up from
got a great piece, but the wood they had was kind of too big for a 20. You know.
Yeah.
If I were planning a bigger tank, I think I could have easily found wood I like.
That 20 you're doing, that's the replacement for the leaky 10?
Yeah, it leaks out the top, which as long as I don't fill it up, that last quarter inch is okay.
Okay.
But it's not long-term safe.
No, not if it's starting to leak. That means the seal is breaking away.
Yeah. So it does have to happen, but yeah. So I got a new tank. I got some new rocks. And the rocks I have in there are okay, but I was there, so I got new rocks. Why not just start fresh? Probably need to get some more substrate because it's a bigger tank. So, there's just some things that have to be done. I have to get a lid, which Boost Plant does sell the lid for that.
Was the lid like also $100?
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like 30, 40. I mean, it's kind of expensive, but it's a rimless tank.
Yeah, glass just is expensive. I don't know what happened with inflation in the last 5 years, but damn.
I don't know what happened with anything. It's like I keep raising my rates too because it's like you guys need to pay me more because
these tanks ain't gonna pay themselves.
Expensive and just gas. Everything's expensive, but this is a worldwide problem. For those of you who think this is a U.S. problem, no, it's not. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, even in low cost of living states like Louisiana, like our house value has skyrocketed, but so has the value of every other house around us. So what are we gonna do?
I know.
We can sell our house, and then we gotta outbid somebody for the next house we want.
Yeah, the housing market is slowing down fast, which I am very happy about because I'm going to buy a house, I think, this fall. So, I'm happy about that.
Nice.
But yeah, cars are expensive. Used cars are expensive. It's just the way things are right now, and it's not very fun for anyone.
Oh yeah, and the gas you put in those cars.
I'm really glad I don't go anywhere. I mean,
yeah, me either.
I've been on the same tank of diesel in my truck since April.
I'm not quite that bad. I did have to fill up once during this insane gas, but it was under $5 yesterday. Oh, at Didi's area, it was $3.89.
Oh wow, that's an improvement. Yeah. I don't drive on the weekends. Jake always drives because nobody wants me to drive. So we always take his car because it's more fuel efficient than taking the truck. So
So let's look at some pretty pictures from
Yeah,
this Aqua
so this is
Rocks.
Aqua Rocks. So this is a paludarium they had. And I've always wanted to see one of these paludarium tanks in person. So they have like the rimless three sides, and it's, oh, I don't know, like 8 inches deep or so. But I could never have this because of the cats. I mean, God damn it, cats. But then they have the glass
Would
that's
Fat
so
Kitty actually
in the
make his
back.
way up here? And
He's a good jumper. He's surprisingly athletic for having such a fat body. So, but yeah,
wow.
this paludarium, I've always wanted one. I just think, I mean, I grow plants out the top of my tank,
Mm-hmm.
but I just think it would be a really cool design experience because I could grow all these terrestrial plants too, and But anyways, that looked really good. I
Did
thought.
they stock anything in this tank?
I don't know. Jake took these pictures. So,
Oh,
full disclosure, the altitude was really bothering me at the store, and I was dehydrated. The other fun thing about altitude is it makes you feel really dehydrated. So I felt like all I did was drink gallons of water the whole time I was there, and I was
oh.
dying of thirst at this store. So we went to this pizza restaurant afterwards, and I think I drank 2 gallons of water sitting there. I was just like, oh, just guzzling water. I was
I'm
so
like that
thirsty.
anyway all the time, so I can
Right, because of your
imagine how I
kidneys.
would
Yeah,
be.
it's just, and then the climate is really dry there too, which is much not what we're used to. So yeah, I was dying of thirst, and I was very focused. Like, let's build this aquascape. So Jake took pictures. I didn't take any pictures, and Bex took pictures, and Kyle took pictures. But I was very focused. So yeah, they had some scapes just set up, like I guess for inspiration. Maybe they'll put stuff in them later.
That's
Um,
interesting.
but yeah, like that suspension bridge. I think it looks like a dinosaur skeleton.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like some kind of animal. I guess they're just showing like, look, you can glue these rocks together and make
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And that,
Speaking of which, at Aqua Shella, me and Brooklyn are going to be doing a live stream
that's awesome.
of either both of us are going to be scaping, or I'm going to be making a scape, and she's going to be telling me what I'm doing wrong as we go.
Yeah, that's
Something
a
like
good
that.
plan for you. You should just do what she says.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
Or try something and then tell her why it doesn't, and her tell me why it doesn't work, just to
Yeah.
be informative.
Yeah. That's a good plan. She's good.
I love
They
this.
had a lot of these bonsai trees. That one is pretty big. Like that would fit in a 40 breeder or a 75. They have a bunch of those, and he'll send you pictures of them to see if you want them. I think those look really cool, but I mean, they're gonna kind of degrade over time.
So that was my issue. I didn't have a bonsai tree this fancy, but it's those little branches. They're like I had it underwater for 2 years, and rainbows, being as stupid as they are,
Oh god, they're so dumb.
they just run into it, and
Yeah,
the
and they're
branches
gonna
get
get
brittle.
snapped off. I mean, I really like to build aquascapes that have a lot of longevity to them.
Hmm.
I like things to last for a couple years or more. So this is kind of just not for me. But if you're the sort
Whoa,
of person, yeah,
you shitting me? This is how
it's
okay.
big.
What I need a size reference. How
It's
big was this?
really, really big. I mean, it's probably that long, like 3 feet long. I mean, this would be appropriate in a 75, and it would take
Nice.
up a lot of it. Yeah, so that's a big one. It's smaller ones too. He puts those on his website though, and he'll send you more pictures. So yeah, I mean, really cool. I mean, you could do something really cool with it, and there are lots of people who do enjoy setting up new tanks every 6 months and rotating through new aquascapes. That's their
Yes.
hobby. I just like more permanent.
I'm getting to that point where I'm learning things that are not like sustainable. Like these bonsai trees are nice, but yeah, they
Yeah,
just kind of break apart. And,
yeah,
and Brooklyn, it's not a secret anymore because I've gotten confirmation on it and all that. So it's happening. And yep, no scotch. It's Aquashella, so it's got to be family friendly. We got to watch our mouths.
No, Scott, you guys gotta be good.
I mean, we can certainly chug whatever we want before we go live.
You get hopped up on caffeine, I guess. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I mean, they sell alcohol at Aquashella, so
Oh,
but
they do. Oh,
they
well,
do. I mean, it's like $15 for a shot in a pina colada or something. So
yeah.
I'd
So
be
there you
spending.
go. Bunny Viper says she wants to build those and sell them for half the price. You should do it. I think part of it is though is the shipping is really expensive on those too because they have to be packaged really carefully.
Yeah, because this thing is not
Yeah.
like super sturdy. Like it
Yeah.
will break.
Getting rocks shipped is not the worst thing in the world because they can go flat rate.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a whole box of rocks for $22. That's the piece of rock I tried to get Bex to buy. And if I had had a bigger tank, I would have bought that triangular rock. That rock is about 12 inches high, maybe
Ooh.
more, maybe 14 inches. And it is just, it's a good rock. It's a good rock. That's my
I
kind
think
of rock.
this is the kind of pattern or marbling that Jenna wants. We're oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this. Berkeley gave us a used 55 gallon, and we're setting
Nice.
up a 55, and it's like the Jenna tank. So
Oh, I love
literally
that.
everything that's going in there from the substrate to the plants and fish and hardscape is going to be completely her decision.
That rock is incredible. It would fit in a 55, but 55s are so narrow front to back. I don't know. I could be very appropriate in a 75. It could be appropriate in a 40. But I wanted that rock, but I just don't have a use for it. There's another beautiful scape. I don't think there was anything in there or not, but I must have caught Jake's eye.
This is cool, but I also don't like it.
It's not sustainable. Also, like it's not enough room to grow plant mass.
Right.
And I like to grow plant mass.
It doesn't look natural to me either. It looks like everything is too arranged in a row, like a bunch of soldiers in line. And
yeah, it's not my jam either, but Jake liked it, so he took a picture.
I mean, it does like catch your eye for sure.
That's a tank of red plants, and I guess Jake had never seen plants that red before.
What do we got floating up here?
I think it's some kind of.
Just a bunch of Rotala.
I think so. Stems? It's probably maybe it's Atra.
Oh.
But the thing is so it has a Chihiro's light over it. You can see how it has that magenta tone.
Two Chihiro's lights.
Yeah. So, and it's just blasted with purple light. So Jake was really caught by that light, but I'm not because I know it's fake. I know it's fake. I don't like stem plants.
Bullshit. Yeah. And then everything down here, like, it's some of it looks so sad.
I don't know why Jake took a picture of that, but you know what?
Like how are these plants gonna live? Like this one is like
that tank.
Yeah.
They need to trim that tank. But that's that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, good for a picture because you see all that pink on top like that.
He's like, I've never seen plants that red before. It's like, well, one, I don't grow stems, and two, I don't blast them with magenta light.
Yeah, I was gonna say when y'all get home, just turn on the red on your fluvels.
I know. Or I could just turn the red on my Chihiros, which would do that because it has that really magenta light. So yeah. But
clown vomit topside.
Yeah, I mean it's not my jam, but people have different things they like.
It's pretty red.
I think most people would want to trim that.
I mean, it's clearly blocking out like 99% of the light. So
that's clearly not a show tank. That's clearly a tank that I don't know. Well,
again, it's like attention grabbing because you never see that.
I don't know why he took another picture of that rock.
That's a rock. That
rock again.
Another angle. So this side would be kind of like the base, I guess.
I don't know. I just told him to take pictures of it, but kind of took weird pictures of it. Get what you pay for.
Yeah, you could stick a rubber shark in that one and a Barbie with torso only floating. And she's just bleeding everywhere.
I don't think that was meant to be a show tank. I think that's just
Yeah.
a plant farm that got out of control. It happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm. So neither of you bought this rock.
I don't have room for it, and Bex was only buying wood, so neither of us bought it. They maybe still have it.
Yeah, I should have
Great rock.
hidden it behind something and come back for it.
Well, you should just you could call them and get it. I mean, I just don't have another place for it. But they had lots of great rocks. I was thinking of doing a dragon stone skate, but the rocks were like that big, which is not appropriate for a 20-gallon. But if I was doing a bigger tank,
if you want smaller dragonstone rocks, just like drop that big dragonstone rock.
It would have broken my heart to break those rocks. They look so good. Plus, like, you don't know exactly what you'll get when you break them. And I was there to build escape and buy it. So
this was
the ones from Bex.
Yeah, so this was one that was inspiring to her for her.
These are the ones that had the rainbows, I think. So
yeah,
this was their rainbow tank. Yeah, this was a nice scape. I didn't really get it. I didn't really take the time to look at any of these because I was like just a woman on a mission to get rocks and then get water.
It's time to score rock. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more of an it's not really a retail store. I mean, they have some show tanks, but it's more like, well, I think the vast majority of their business is
And what is this, elephant skin?
Yeah, I have some elephant skin stone. I think it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very nice.
Yeah. Excuse me, I was in the store the other day and took pictures of your rocks. If I email you a pic, can you find it for me? Like, how many mountain stone pieces do they have in that store?
I mean, he'd try.
Yeah, he would try.
He would try. That one wasn't in the bin with the others. It was kind of off to the side. So it was a very attractive piece. I love those triangular pieces. Very aesthetically pleasing. So here's a thing I'd never seen before. That's a swamp cooler. You and I do not have these in our climates.
No, we don't.
But that's a swamp cooler. Jake's like, yeah, there's a swamp cooler there.
It's dry as hell up there. Yeah. We can't have these.
And hot. It was 100 degrees there.
Oh, wow.
Not that day. I think it was in the 90s, but Denver gets hot. Where I was in the mountains. It was more, it was in like the 70s. It was quite nice. But yeah, that warehouse was hot and I was dying of thirst. So if you go, bring a bottle of water.
The tank water starts to look tempting.
I'm like, oh, I'm so thirsty. Yeah, Beck says a lot of homes there have swamp coolers instead of AC. I get it. It's so dry. Even though it works, it actually in the mountains where it was, it rained every day. It was it hadn't rained in the past couple years, but it was raining every day. The wildflowers were really incredible. It was a real highlight. Yeah, Zen Ginger says swamp coolers in the swamp don't work.
They should definitely rename that. Yeah.
They don't work.
They don't
so
work
that's that paludarium again, by the way.
Yeah.
I love that.
Another angle of it.
Yeah.
So let's see. I didn't see a picture of this one yet. But
yeah, I don't know why Jake didn't take a picture of that.
But that's the moss bonsai stuff. That's another thing. Like, it looks good for a while.
It's just not my jam. But everybody has different goals. That's not my goal.
I had to try it, and I learned the hard way.
I don't really like moss.
I
don't really like moss at all.
It can be annoying.
Yeah.
I've got some weeping moss that's doing well, and then I've started to propagate it in other tanks, and hopefully, because I think Brookley wants some of it too.
I unfortunately have some moss in this tank. It came in as a hitchhiker from Lucas Brett's, and it gets everywhere, and I hate it.
What kind of moss?
I would never hitchhiker moss. I don't know. I think it's Pilo moss, but I don't like moss, really. I mean, I've grown lots of kinds of moss, but it's not my jam.
Hey, who's that?
Me. There's me, and they have Escaping Dojo. There's Kyle.
Hey, it's Kyle.
Kyle was really doing good work there. I mean, he was carrying things. At one point, he was like carrying Beck's purse so she could take pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing the work. And there I am, escaping away.
Yep, Scaping Dojo.
That was fun.
So it looks like you can. Bex was telling me about this yesterday.
I was ignoring the ruler. I was just guessing.
What do you think? Like the size of this tank was? Is it like sized for a 75 or something?
I think it was bigger than that.
Okay.
I don't know. I just was very thirsty.
Moving rocks around and being thirsty.
Very thirsty. Yeah.
Cool.
Thankfully, I'm very good at making decisions quickly. That's a Kelley skill. I'm not one who needs to mull over things a long time. Like, I usually know what I like, so I just made it happen. What if it was Kyle's purse and Bex just refused to carry it anymore when it was time to take pictures? You know what? Bex carries a damn big purse. I carry a really tiny purse. Her purse is huge. So maybe it is Kyle's. Maybe they share a purse.
I mean, that tends to happen whenever I've got cargo that I need someone else to carry because I'm not carrying a purse. It goes in Jenna's purse.
I carry a really tiny purse. It has room for keys, wallet, and phone. I don't have room for any of Jake's worldly goods. Just to carry his own.
Well, if we're going out somewhere where we gotta dress nice, she has like the nice dress purse, the little tiny purse where you can't really put anything in it.
And she has the mom purse too.
And the mom purse, exactly.
Yeah, see, I no longer carry a large purse. I carry a very tiny one. So.
Okay, so this is more angle shots.
Yeah, so you can see
a pretty big place.
Yeah, it is pretty big, and it has huge bins of rock. And I'm sure that you will find some rocks that you like. They may not be the exact rocks you thought you were going to buy, but you will find rocks you like. It was very fun to pick out rocks. So
there's some rocks.
Yeah, so I think that's what Beck's like. That's mountain stone, which is a lot like, and I have a feeling it's the same mineral composition. It's some kind of granite or some kind of marble because of the veination. That's mountain stone, which is the same as dragon stone, I imagine. It's just a little veinier. It's beautiful stuff. That's not what I got. I got regular dragon stone. And the reason for that is there were pieces that were a little more to the size that I wanted.
Yeah. So I think Jenna wants the mountain stone, but I think she wants like the ones that have more color variation in them. I don't know. I mean,
it's kind of hard to tell from those pictures, but those do have a lot of color variation. I mean, there's a lot of grays and whites, and they're very striking. It's beautiful. If I were doing a bigger tank, that's what I would have gotten. And that one triangular piece that I believe was mountain stone, really nice stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm doing a smaller tank, so I did not get that.
Now people talking about their large purses.
I know.
Bex has multiple large purses with matching wallets because we all know she is bougie.
She is bougie. It's true. Whereas I don't want to switch purses. It's not. I just want to use one. I don't think I'm that bougie.
I'm low maintenance.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's lower maintenance. I mean, you get a haircut like every 6 months.
Yeah.
I went 9 months without a haircut. That was not much better.
Oh, yeah. Since COVID, I'm just like, annual haircut.
Leave the house. Well, my hairdresser kept flaking on me. So that's mountain stone. That's the stuff she wanted. In the right behind it on the left is elephant skin stone, which is quite beautiful. They had beautiful pieces of it. And then to the right of that, I believe, is the dragon stone. And those rocks were huge. They were like 12 inches long. I had thought that that's what I wanted. No, that's petrified wood. That's petrified.
Yeah,
they had great pieces of that too. The Dragonstone pieces were really huge. And if I were doing a bigger tank, I think I would do that.
What's in the bags? So that just more rocks?
Probably ones he hasn't opened yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could just like tell him, I want a sack of rocks. Can you give me a discount?
Possibly. I don't know.
Like
One
blind bag.
interesting thing is if you shop there, if I were to do it again, I would wear some little gloves. Man, is it hard on your hands? I don't know how he can work there. Maybe I'm just dainty. Maybe he's all calloused up. I don't know. But it's really hard on your hands. So that's the wood back spot. They had really nice, big, beautiful pieces of that. I believe is that Mapani wood? That stuff is going to take a forever and a day to sink. I would throw that in my pond.
No, I think it was Malaysian.
Oh, is it Malaysian? You're right. It's Malaysian.
Yeah.
This is going to take a long time to sink.
It shouldn't take too long. I mean, I think she has a tub that she's going to be soaking it in for a while. So
yeah,
that should help.
That's the nice thing about having the pond. I throw all my wood in there to soak.
Oh, yeah. Specs confirmed it. It's Malaysian.
It's Malaysian. Yeah, nice pieces. If I were doing a bigger tank, I would have bought some. I would have considered buying some of it, but I'm not. So.
Yeah, that's very like our local fish store never has anything like this.
Yeah.
Lots of spider wood.
Yeah.
And if they had a piece like this, they would charge like over $100 for it easily.
I mean, the piece she got was like 115, maybe
70
12?
something, she said.
Okay, so but I thought it was really fairly priced.
Yeah, like when she said it was under 100, that was surprising to me.
Yeah, it was very fairly priced.
More wood.
The rocks were $3 a pound.
That's what they are at my fish store too.
Yeah, but the benefit is they have really nice ones, and you can choose them. So
$70 even. That's good.
Yeah, really good deal. Really good deal for a nice piece. I mean, if I were doing a bigger tank, I would have maybe picked out some more of it. So there's Kyle and me just Kyling away. I'm making Kyle carry all of making him carry my rocks.
Wait, oh yeah, there's Kyle and you. This is not Kyle though.
Well, that's Jake.
Yeah.
Look at his calves.
Uh-huh.
Terrifying.
I was looking at them freaking guns, man.
I always like to say that Jake's calves are penisy. They're disgusting. Calves should not look like that. Yeah, Jake is very jacked. Turns out, 18-inch biceps. There you go. There's me again.
Get more of Jake in this picture, though.
There's Jake's shirt.
Yep.
There's Kyle.
And there's Kyle.
He's doing what people tell him to do.
That's what husbands do. All right. It's just the thing. We follow directions. Sometimes not well the first time, but we learn. Just gotta teach us.
Says 18 inches. Way to go, Kelley.
Nice. Okay, I think we're back to the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see it's a warehouse. I mean,
it's a big place.
Yeah.
With giant sacks of rocks.
Yeah, so just bring a water bottle so you don't get thirsty, and then you can enjoy yourself a little more. They also have other goods. I mean, that's where I bought my Chihiro slate. They have, I didn't even look at their shelf of like fertilizers and water conditioners and stuff.
Oh, you had Kyle as a rental.
It's true. I borrowed him.
Rent a husband. Nice.
That's right.
Cool. Well, we'll take some plant questions.
Courier type deliveries. They always have the best calves. Jake is a biomedical engineer. Jake is jacked because he thinks it's fun to lift weights.
And he used to be a farmer.
He was a farm boy, but he's hasn't farmed since he was, I think, 20, where he had to do like hard farm work. And he is far older than that. So
cool.
Yep. So yeah, we had a good time there. I got rocks. I got them. They're still in the box. I got one flat rate box of rocks. It was $22 to ship them because they can come flat rate. So that's nice. I also went to another rock store while I was there in Estes Park. I went to a mineral, like a rock hound shop. And the cool thing was they had like big bins of rock around there that were like fancy rocks. So like aventurine or peridot or feldspar or marbles or quartzes. And I sent some rocks to my shut up, tiny kitty. You're meowing. Shut up.
That's pretty loud for a small kitten.
Tiny kitty. Anyways, I sent him some rocks for his pond. So I went to 2 rock stores. Yeah. So
I think it's only fair. You're abandoning me for Triple Crown.
Sorry. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't plan that far in advance. I wouldn't count on me, though. But maybe, I don't know. The truth of it is this. Fish conventions are not kind of my, like, ideal vacation. I mean, I do want to see people, but I kind of prefer seeing people in smaller groups.
Yeah, and if you're not a fan of fish conventions, like a 5-day long one probably isn't.
No, I mean, if I have 5 days off, I kind of prefer hiking vacations or snorkeling vacations or getting meowed at by tiny kitty vacations. I need a vacation from that. So I really never take vacations to cities or conventions or concerts. I kind of just take nature vacations. So shut up, cat.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
We still take the family vacations.
Yeah.
So next year it'll be Disney World.
Yeah, I would rather die. Well, I mean, if I had to go to Disney World, I would do it. But man, that is like last on my list. Gardens is going to die unless she sees this kitty. But if I try to catch her, she runs off. Where's Fat Kitty?
Sleeping.
I don't know where he is. I think he's upstairs. Let me try to catch a cat.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's a cat.
Let the cat talk. Let the cat answer June's question. That's a fluffy one.
This is Big Kitty.
Yep. That's a big kitty.
Look how big and angry he is.
He looks happy to be held like that, too.
He doesn't care. He was child.
Nice. So June wants to know, what should I use to get hornwort attached to a tree? Hornwort is just a stem plant, right?
Well, hornwort kind of is more of a floating plant. People do anchor it in the substrate.
Never had it, so.
Yeah. Hornwort more wants to float. It doesn't attach that well. You can try to attach it with super glue or thread. It's not going to I think it's going to really root for you, though. It's just kind of not what it does.
Just grows.
Yeah. Hornwort it's a good plant for fry. It's a good plant for breeding tanks. It's not a good plant for like aquascapes or
You'll be trimming it a lot.
Well, it does grow really fast. It's just kind of it's kind of a utilitarian plant.
Yeah, like when I think of hornwort now, I think of Goliad Farms in Texas and how their entire filtration system is hornwort, and that's it.
And Bunny Viper says hornwort sucks, and that's because it can kind of drop all its little needles.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. If you try to attach it to something, and Jay just confirmed that, if you try to attach it, is it going to get sad and start shedding its leaves?
Probably.
And that's what I would be afraid of. Even what if you like try to tie it very, very loosely with fishing line or something?
I wouldn't do it. I would pick a better plant. Or I would just, you can't force things to be what they're not. It kind of just wants to float. People try to anchor it in the substrate, but you can't force it to be something it's not. Brooklyn says Bex motivate me to exercise. I will motivate you to exercise. I actually really love to exercise. So
you like doing yoga though. That's your.
I do, but I actually like other exercise too. I like Pilates. I like to hike. I'll even run a 5K. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it. I'll ride my bike 15 or 20 miles.
I have that same problem with that same problem as Brooklyn has with basically everything. It's the mental block of like getting started, including like leaving the house.
I get that.
Kabamba. Oh, speaking of which, also like Limnophila sessiliflora doesn't require a lot of light. It's a stem plant. It will root. It will attach to the to wood.
Yeah.
Probably do.
Yeah, well. I don't know if it attached to wood, but you can plant it in a substrate.
Yeah.
That's a very
but you can plant in the substrate and kind of guide it up the wood. Like I'm trying to do that with Rotala atra, since it has sort of like a creeping type of growth, and I'm trying to train it to go around the rocks, and it's doing pretty well so far. I'm not going to grow as much as that one picture where it's just like overtaking the top.
Yeah.
So,
I don't. Yeah, I haven't grown that plant in a long time because if you have CO2, you got to trim it a lot.
Which one?
You don't have Limnophila sessiliflora.
Oh yeah, it grows really fast. Like it's a great low tech plant. Doesn't require a lot of light, and if you put it in the CO2, then it's
kind of too much.
Unlimited.
I don't think it grows quite as fast as
octopus.
Yeah, that's the fastest growing. I don't think anything tops that. Yeah.
Yeah, the octopus plant is taking over the plant farm.
It takes over. But didn't everybody want that plant? Yes. And now nobody does?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll grow it for all of you. And now I was like, yeah, I want Rotala. Okay, well,
and Jenna hates that plant, doesn't she?
Yeah, I shouldn't like it.
You just get rid of it then. Jenna doesn't like it.
It grows so fast, and people do like it, and I don't mind it at all. I know better than to put it in tanks that she looks at every day. Except for the plant farm. Maybe I'll sneak some into her 55.
She doesn't want that.
No, she doesn't want that.
She doesn't want that. She doesn't want that. Jenna wants nice plants.
Water wisteria is also a weed. It can outcompete.
Boy, that is a true statement. It's been a long time since I had that plant. That is another one that's a weed is Brazilian Pennywort. Hydrocotta leucocephala, I think it is.
That's like the larger hydrocotta leaves?
Much larger, like leaves about that big. That's a weed. It's a weed. Yeah.
Yeah. And Brooklyn doesn't like the octopus plant either. And the reason I have so damn much of it is because she gave me all of hers.
Ah!
Like, here, you throw this away.
It was a tiny kitty.
There's Tiny Kitty. Missing one more.
Where is his fat ass? I don't know where he is. He's probably upstairs. Tiny kitty. Look at her feet, though.
Where does he sleep?
I think he's sleeping on the bed. Tiny kitty.
Oh, you know what, Zendra, you're right. I haven't messed with those emojis since I first got monetized. I need to go back and play around.
What do you think you would add for another emoji?
Well, Zendra is asking for a plant sticker, and like, obviously,
raises a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a rainbow fish.
I know the rainbow fish is like a member badge, but then the final one, once you're past 6 months, is a guppy, and then when you are at 1 year, it's just my logo. Because
I'm a guppy. I mean, I've been in it the whole time.
I think you're most likely a guppy.
Guppy, because I joined right away. So
Too bad you can't make specific people different things. I'd make you a pleco.
Oh, thanks. I would hope you'd make me a fat kitty.
Oh, that could be a member emoji. It's just a
That
fat
would
kitty
be
head.
good. Just fat kitty.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
I'm definitely doing that. Send me
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good headshot of fat kitty, and
I'll
that's going
send
to be
you.
one of the
I'll
emojis.
send you a good fat kitty. Yeah, that'd be good. Fat kitty. He wants his face all over everything.
Brooklyn, I'm not disappointed in what you've become.
Oh, I love you, Brooklyn. I think you're great.
Me too.
You know what? Not every year is your best year either. You can't.
No.
You're not going to be in shape and your body perfect every year.
No.
I had bad 30s. I had bad 30s.
Yeah, for me, like the last 37-ish years. Not,
The next 37 are going to be great. Not every year can be your best year, you know?
Can I have a kitty outro later? Well, who makes the outros around here?
Who makes the outros?
I think you can make whatever outro you want, Gardens. You have to. She's got to have plenty of fat kitty pictures by now,
She
right?
has she's the curator of Fat Kitty's OnlyFans account. She's the number one collector of Fat Kitty pics. She's a fan. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. So Brooklyn wants to know what kind of plant she can get for her 55 now. So she's so me and Eric went in on getting a CO2 system for her to get her started.
I heard about that and I was so excited because Brooklyn, I think that someday you should be a professional aquascaper. I think you should. I think you should find like a Brennan and you should team up with them. That's what you should do because not everyone can do what you do. And if you keep practicing, you're going to get better. And I think you would like doing that as a job.
So that's a good question that she's got. So she's got a I want to say it's a Phoenix, and it's on a 55. So you know how 55s are tall as hell,
narrow front to back,
and narrow. So a second light, I mean, it would definitely they'd be bunched up together. But
I don't think
also,
so.
it's a Phoenix. It's a Phoenix, and they're not like the highest lights.
Yeah, they're not super and tight. I mean, I think you only need one light total. I have never had a Phoenix, so I can't tell you if that's enough intensity. But if you were going to get another light, I would just get one light
and replace it.
Yeah, replace it because I think one light is sufficient.
How much is a 48-inch Chihiros? Like $300.
Yeah, that one's kind of spendy.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking something bright that will actually go down the 21, 20, whatever inches.
Is it 55 that tall?
It's 21 inches tall.
I thought a 55 was the same height as a 75.
I don't think so. It's narrow and tall and 48 inches wide.
I thought that a 75 and a 55 were the same. The only difference was front to back.
Yeah. Jenna, go measure our 55 sitting on our coffee table right now.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Oh, no, he didn't say hi to me. Never mind. Screw that.
He said hi to me. Kyle and I are like this.
Oh my God, a Kessel for the 55. I'm not injecting CO2 in the 55. It's not enough.
Yeah, you could probably put one of your, what are those lights that you like? The Hygers?
Yeah, they're basic and they do the job.
I mean, whatever you got, I mean, you could suspend it a little bit for more front to back coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Would one Fluval light be enough for that?
It could be. I mean, I had it on my 90 and my 90 is 24 inches tall. I had one on my 90 for like almost 2 years.
I have 3 on my 90, but the 90 is taller than the 75. The difference between a 75 and a 90 is height. I am fairly certain that the difference between a 70. Oh, Zender. Okay.
So it's
So
just
they are
that.
the same height. Yeah. So one light, I believe, is going to be sufficient. One Fluval light or one, maybe a Higer light might be sufficient. I don't know. And that's a little cheaper. You could also double up your Higer and a Fitix, but that would be more than enough. If you need a more budget option. I have never used those lights, so I can't say for certain.
Jimmy P knew it in his head.
Good job, Jimmy P. Well, that's because you have a lot of tanks. So 229. Yeah, I
Is
mean, in
that
one of
for a 48-inch?
I
That's
think so. Yeah, because
that's not bad. That's basically what a 3.0.
honestly, the thing is the Chihiro's lights are not much more than the Fluval, and the thing is this: they have way more front to back. They're much
Yeah.
wider, and so you can get away with one of those. When like I have 3 Fluvals over this 90, 2 Chihiros would be plenty, probably brighter. So if I had known that, I would have done the Chihiros. Okay, it's 289, but
So
yeah,
Bex was with her 60. She's starting with one light.
I
I've
would do
I've told
risers.
her that she's gonna need 2. I think she
Yeah,
knows she's gonna eventually get 2.
she's
Sorry,
gonna need
Kyle.
to. You're gonna
But
have to use risers. You can also suspend it on cables. That looks pretty nice.
yeah,
Um,
with one light, a riser is good. With 2 lights, you don't need it.
so Bex, I have to find them. I think I have risers I can give you
Oh,
next time I mail you plants. I
nice.
got them off of Etsy.
That's where they are.
They'll get the job done for you. Um, since I now have 2 lights on my 40 breeder, I don't use risers anymore. I kind of find them annoying personally because they fall off. But they'll work for a while for you until you decide you want 2 lights. Did you
Yeah,
already buy your light, Bex?
she hasn't yet.
Okay, because it's a little more money, but one Chihiros with risers, and their risers are better. You have to buy the risers separate, unfortunately. But one Chihiros
Sorry, Kyle.
would get the job done. Whereas you kind of need 2 flu balls for coverage. But you can get away with one for a while.
Yeah, I got
So,
away with
and
one on
certainly
my
I
90.
will, when I mail you plants, I will mail you those risers. I will find them somewhere. If I can't find them, I'll let you know. But they're probably rolling around the cabinet somewhere. So, and they were like $20, so that'll save you the money.
And if you can't find them, and if she likes the way they look, I have the current USA, like it's like an arm though, like goes in the back of the tank, and then
Okay.
you suspend it, and you can adjust the height as well.
You know, that might be a better option because
It definitely has things. It keeps things out of the way,
yeah,
like. But you just have to be okay with the black
yeah.
arm coming. I'll take a picture of it for her and show her.
Oh, by the way, the Cheer Heroes has arms. What am I thinking? The suspension kit costs more money because I'm looking at my tank right now. I didn't pay for those arms. It has metal. It has metal arms.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
the acrylic ones that are clear, those cost more money. But honestly, I think the metal risers look fine. They're pretty sturdy. So yeah, but it is something to think about. I mean,
Yeah.
if I had known now or if I'd known then what I know now, I would have gotten one Chihiros for this 40 breeder. And I might have gotten a Chihiros for this too, because 3 lights when I could have just done 2. I mean,
Holy shit. Yeah, I cannot see myself adding a third Fluval to my 90, but I do like if I end up doing another high tech tank or CO2 injected tank, I could see just getting a single Chihiros just to try it out.
I have no regrets of putting 3 on there because it really just needs it. It just
Well, you have a lot of shading zones. Like,
I do, and I have them go, and I also have a lid, and I have them going full intensity. So with the 90, your 90 is not as deep as my 90. Remember, because
how deep is your 90?
it's deeper than a 75. I have standard 90. You have a non-standard 90. You have a longer.
It's longer, but it doesn't go like most 90s. They go back 18 inches. Is that right? Mine goes back 17 inches. I just because it's by the bed, and I'm just like, let's have more room to pass by. So it's 55 inches long, 17 inches deep, and it's 24 inches high.
Oh.
Sorry, not sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, I don't regret having 3 of them. I think
I mean, for yours, it looks good. I can tell.
Also, I don't have it. How many tanks are you on now?
I mean, CO2 injected, 6-ish.
Yeah, so I can afford to spend a little more on a tank because I only have 3 of them.
I got 19 tanks total.
Yeah, I don't have that many tanks. So, is this a tank measure?
Everybody, whip out your tanks, put them on the table. We're gonna measure right now.
Let's see one more person.
Oh God, we're late, or we're ending. There's a puppy dog. You got all your pets out of here, and except for the rabbit.
This is dog.
And no fat kitty, and we're 2 minutes over, and Austin's
everybody go to Austin's channel. I'm sorry, Austin, we suck.
Yeah, not keeping track of time.
So, but thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, Eric Wyrock, who just really likes to shower money and send Fat Kitty to college, who's not even grateful because he's not even here. So, but thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, replay crew. Thank you, everyone.
And thank you, Kelley, for making Bex and Kyle spend money and not me this time.
I love it.
All right. Bye, y'all.